Alright guys, welcome back to war number 9, a relatively good war for me. We're going to start off on path 9 with Anti-Venom, Abs Man, and Valkyrie. We're going to take a Spot here with Anti-Venom. Spot is always a little bit annoying. I'm still not always, it's so much easier for me to punish his special 2 than his special 1. I did do a bunch of duels beforehand just to practice. It's Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Poison. We're Incinerate and Poison immune with Anti-Venom, so it's really just a Spot fight here and try to manage his, when he's completely unblockable there. So that's fine. Get rid of his spots or wait for that to expire and go back in. And again, don't want to take too much of that extra rupture damage. Don't want to be hitting into him when he has those 5 spots. Yeah, or untouchable. That's what it is. When he's untouchable, we want to avoid that there. We counter it and we can pause the spots there for a few seconds. Throw another special 1 there. And we're almost done with this one. But again, trying to limit the damage here from those ruptures. Again, he's approaching untouchable again. So I'm just going to make sure I go one whiff. And let that timer expire. And then I can go in and finish the fight. So takes out like almost 25% of our health, but that's okay. Next up, we're going to go Absorbing Man with our Magma form against the Hulkling. We can pound into him when he's got the Incinerate active, and then we'll just hold back for the poisons and then nuke him down. When we cross a bar of power, the invulnerability in his kit completely gets nuked with Absorbing Man, because we don't have to worry about any of that fun stuff. With Absorbing Man, we reduce the duration of unblockable and invulnerability buffs by a lot. So you can see as soon as we get it, it's basically nuked down. So here we're going to go try and push him to go for another special 2. And he's almost finished. And a really nice fight here from Absorbing Man. Nothing else really to do there. We're just going to go in for the last hit. He's down. Now we have this Sasquatch. It's another 7-star rank 2 Sasquatch on node 21 here. Incinerate Poison with this power efficiency. Now I have an invulnerability boost on, and we're going to do the exact same thing we tried to do last time, but instead of tanking 3 special 3s, we are going to tank 4 special 3s, 3 of them with charges. We do have a special 3 defense boost, and we're relatively tanky as it is as Anti-Venom. So I'm trying to limit the amount of damage I take in this first bit, because I know I'm going to be getting pounded by special 3 after special 3 after special 3 after special 3. Also, with Anti-Venom, I am not going to throw the special 2. 2 reasons why I wouldn't throw the special 2. One is I want to keep the debuffs on him to prevent any of his healing. And 2, I don't want to get a bunch of Furies with the special 2. As much as it will do a lot of damage, I don't want to give anything in terms of Mystic Dispersion to Sasquatch here. I don't want to give him any more power than he already needs. So we're here at like 52%, and we're going to eat that first special 3. And again, as soon as the special 3 is done, he's going to be in Wrath, and he's basically going to have 2 bars of power with unlimited special 2s. So I'm going to back off. I'm going to dodge the end of that one. I'm going to try and get one more parry off, go for a full combo, and it's going to be my turn to throw a special 3. So I do get him down to 40%, and every time I throw a special 3, there's going to be a rupture that's doing damage over time as well. So after mine, even though it only lasted a second, I am doing damage over time after my special 3, so I am putting in that extra damage. So here is my second special 3 that I'm going to eat. Taking that log to the face. And there, again, we're going to bait that heavy attack, try and go in for a full combo here, and I'm going to drop my special 3 on him. So again, we're going to now get him down from 23%. Let's see how far we get him down. We're going to get him down to 17, and we get it, not even a tick of damage there, and he immediately drops his. This is going to be our third special 3, and we're still sitting pretty there at 77% health. And again, same thing, immediately hold block. I don't want to get clipped. I'm going to go, again, full combo into my special 3. He's already down to 10%. This special 3 is not going to take him out completely. So he's down to 4%. I'm going to hold block. He throws a 4th one. So now I'm just hoping that I survive this, and I have the special 3 defense boost on. So there we go. Not too bad there. We're down to 44%. And then I can go ahead, beta heavy, and he's down. So another hilariously entertaining and like nerve-wracking fight with Anti-Venom there against that Sasquatch. Because one mistake, you get clipped early and there's no invulnerability boosts, you're screwed. Next up is Path 8. We're going to take Wiccan is just going to slaughter these Path 8 fights like he's done all season. Galan, we're going to go with our usual 5-hit combo into a light, 5-hit combo into a medium, pause our neutralize, then all the buffs that he tries to get by throwing his specials are then going to get converted into incinerates instead. We dash back at the very end of that special one and we can punish. So we're just going to keep doing the same stuff there. I'm going to hold block, get the resistance up, evade at the very end, and go back in for a 5-hit combo into light with the special 1, get the extended duration on the neutralize, and Galan is melting. So again, he tries to throw it. Those 4 furies become incinerates instead. Goodbye, Galan. Thank you, Wiccan. Next, we've got 26. We've got the Conflictor, Hazard Shift Shock Bleed, Spiderman Supreme. I did this one early on in the season with Cassie, so Cassie's coming back in. But of course, as soon as you hold block and you try to bait the opponent, the AI, into attacking into you with Cassie, if it was like anybody else, I think the AI would just attack you, no problem. But Cassie, it kind of, I don't know, it always has a feeling that the AI knows what you're trying to do. So on this node, when it's in the bleed phase, I can go ahead and attack in. I don't have to worry about, I can't get any buffs, so I don't have to worry about triggering Mystic Dispersion. If I do throw a heavy attack, I do want to make sure he's relatively low on power, because I don't want the Conflictor to give him too much power. So I wasn't actually able to get my power stings going very well. There's my invul boost that just disappeared, just in case. I am getting healing from willpower from the crumbling armor, and at this point I just go for some hits into him there. Sorry about, there were some technical difficulties with the recording there, so I lost a few seconds here or there. Had to pause for unexpected reasons, but it didn't affect my gameplay here. But again, I try to hold. I had to throw that heavy attack before I run out of charges there, or else I end up stunning myself. But for the most part, I end up just hitting into the block when he has the bleed. Try to hit into him when he has the shock. It's not too bad. But there we go. Just keep grabbing those openings with the heavies there. I probably just could have parried a bit more when he was in the shock phase, but I was I didn't want to intentionally give him too much power with the parries anyway, with Conflictor. So I was just really just trying to play stun immune for the most part on this one, and even though it took a little bit of time to get it down, it was very, very safe here with Cassie. So again, even though I took a little bit of bleed damage, now we're getting a bit of our willpower healing back from the armor break. We can just hit into his block while he's in the bleed phase. And again, we'll just wait for the shock phase and we'll go and try and beta. There we go, beta a little heavy attack there. and get the taunt on, which is also helpful. Now that the taunt is on, I really could have hit into him in either shock or bleed phase, because those bleeds wouldn't do much when the taunt is actually on, but I decided to get clipped again, but barely losing any health on this one. So very happy with Cassie here. It is a rank 5 Cassie, and there again, he attacks in, and right there my special one that I chained in whiffed, and luckily I did not get punished there, because that would have been extremely annoying, because I've done that a lot where I try to go heavy attack, chain it into a special one, and it usually works really nicely. That one, like the first hit started, and then he seemed to manage to evade out of my special one, which I've been having some fun interactions this season where things that I didn't think were possible happen. So there we go, bait the heavy attack, and goodbye Spider-Man Supreme. Took a little bit too long, but very, very safe with Cassie there. Next up, we got Wiccan taking on Sersi on Rich Get Richer. All I have to make sure on this one is, as long as she doesn't throw a heavy at the very beginning, it'll be very easy here. Just get that initial parry off. Go for, I think I started with a power boost 1, so I could immediately go into the extended duration on the neutralize, then go into a 5-hit combo ending in medium, throw that with a special one as well. Also, if I back up and hold block, I can get the resistance up, which will allow me to block unblockable hits from Cosmic Champions. So if, sometimes, Sersi can throw those unblockable specials. So if I go ahead and I have the resistance up, then I can block them no problem without the risk of getting hit from anything unblockable. But I don't think she's going to get that without any of her buffs on anyway. And right now, not a problem. Resistance up is doing its thing. Neutralize is turning all of her fun buffs into incinerates instead. So all those nice buff faileds on the right-hand side are great to see. And Wiccan, again, just slaughters these Cosmic Champions on Path 8. And we're going to do one more on Path 8. We've got this Gorr on, I think it's node 47. This one has one eye open and make a stand. So you cannot parry and hit in, or else the damage is reflected back onto you. And you need to knock him down in order to do the damage. So again, that Power Start 1 was on from the last fight and for this one. And there, bait is heavy attack. We started with the neutralize with the special one. Now we ended with a medium. Now we're just waiting for him to actually throw a special. And now the protection is back up, so we're going to go ahead, light ending combo into a special one. When he's knocked down, all his buffs, he's got over 24, 23 incinerates at this point, and he is just melting. As long as the protection is down, Gorr is absolute joke on this one. And for Wiccan, and there you go. It's only a rank 3 Wiccan, absolutely melted through those champions. Now we are going to go back onto Path 9 in Section 2. We've got a Wong that we're going to take with Valkyrie. We've done a Wong boss. We just did this fight last time, but this is not going to go nearly as smooth as I was hoping. So we're going to do usual Valkyrie things, hit into his block, but there are a few times, similar to what happened in that boss fight a number of wars ago, I go in to try and hit into his block, and I accidentally hit into him instead, and it's going to lead to some fun shenanigans. Also, at a certain point, I think he's going to get rid of my Pierce buff as well, which is going to, I'm going to barely see that right there. I don't have enough Pierce yet, and he hits me with a nice little unblockable. That was super fun. But there we're going to go full combo into the special 2, try and, we've got enough Pierce at this point that we can hit into him. I am also keeping tabs of his charges this war. There's an accidental hit into the again, there's 2 hits in a row. He just keeps going for the intercepts. He's not turtling up, and I have to keep tabs of his charges so that when he does have over 90 and he throws that special one, that I go ahead and counter with a heavy. Like here, he's at 71, 79. I'm just making sure that, again, 83, 85. At this point, he's over 90, so I'm going to be smart here and heavy attack and get rid of his I'm going to get rid of it, but at the problem is that because of that I also lose my Pierce charges there, so that's kind of annoying because he does get the unstoppable right there, which is just amazing. So I have to back off. I get clipped. I'm going to go right back into a big special 2, and hopefully I can. Luckily here, I hadn't gotten enough pierce charges, but the special 2, I didn't get hammered there, so I think I got very lucky on that one. So I'm just going to go ahead again. Don't want to hit into him when he's stunned. And again, I'm looking at his charges. Got to be careful here. I'm going to go ahead, heavy attack. But again, the heavy attack here, the problem is I lose my pierce and bulwark charges disappear when I throw that heavy. So even looking back on that boss fight, if I would have thrown that heavy attack, I would have had to build up my pierce and bulwark charges again, which might not have been the best thing. But now I've got to go ahead and build up my pierce one more time. But at the same time, if I accidentally hit into him when he has those 100 charges, I'm dead on impact. So because the damage reflection is too much. So there we go, a special 1, and Wong is down. Next up, I've got Absorbing Man. I did do an Absorbing Man on Conflictor earlier this season, and I remember when I was doing that fight and I was going into this one, I need to make sure he doesn't refine his the mode that he's in. So I don't want him to throw more than one special 1 or special 2 before his mode expires. So here I'm kind of playing it slow, make sure his mode expires, then I can hit into him when he has nothing active, because then my direct bleeds are also going to do a lot more damage. There, he throws the special 1. I'm not countering with the heavy. I'm just waiting it out, and at this point, I'm just not hitting so much because I want that timer on the top right. I want it to expire before. So while I'm hitting into him, great, it's expired. So now he's not gonna his regen when he does throw the special 1 won't be as crazy, and when it's expired, I'm doing those big nice red numbers there as well, the direct bleeds. So that's the key bit here. Again, very nice. Keep hitting into that block. But now he's got his Black Uru form again, and I can hit into his block a little bit, but it's not going to be doing those nice red numbers because he's bleed immune at this point. So again, not going to hit in too much. I'm going to back off, slow play it. Now it's gone. There's an accidental hit, of course. And now we can go ahead, hit into his block, go for the full nice big special 2, which does a nice chunk of damage there. He throws that special 1, he's healing back up again, and we're just going to keep doing the same dance a few more times. We don't want to, he's going to keep getting a little bit more healing. I'm going to wait it out, and then my direct bleeds are going to do a nice job of taking him out, but also at the same time you need to not hit into the block on this node to remove the armor ups that he's getting when you're not hitting into him. So there again, so we did a little bit, we took him down a little bit. He's going to gain a bit more healing, and we're just going to keep doing the same dance back and forth while I try and build up to another special 2 to get rid of this last. Like, he's back over 50% again, but I'm really not worried. I still have more than 2.5 minutes to go here, and when he does turtle up here, when he doesn't have the Black Uru on, we are absolutely melting him. Again, trying to get over the 2 bars of power. So we're almost there, so we're going to do the dance one more time. He throws a nice little rogue heavy, that's fine. He's getting those armor ups, but it doesn't matter. We're going to take them out when we hit into the block here. Again, I got stuck trying to evade instead of parrying, but that's fine. We're going to go into a nice big special 2. Look at all that damage. Now he's essentially done. One more hit into the block. Very nice fight there, a lot more patience. And then here, my last fight, I was really happy with how it was going until the very end, where I went for an evade. It didn't happen, and you'll see what happens here. I probably should have. I had a Wolverine with Weapon X. A Weapon X with Peni just the last war, and it went extremely well. But I did get clipped in that one, so I was trying to play extra smart, get a nice little intercept there. Throw the special 1. I probably should have thrown at least one more special one or even two more special ones. But when you throw the special one, you power drain. And when you power drain, you're going to have to go for another intercept. So unless I like keep hitting into him here, let him throw those special ones and keep pushing him over a bar of power, so that when you do that, it's a lot easier. There I went for another intercept. He throws the special one. Now I get a pretty good like amount of damage there with the special 2. We're very much in control of this fight at this point. It's Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison. We're Incinerate and Poison immune. It's a Stun immune node, but we don't need to stun him anyways. So I was feeling really, really good about this. I go for another special 2, but I should have done special 1 instead first because it's not doing enough. There we get the heal block on again. And there's just going to be one point where I'm just trying to build up to a special 2 again. And I just make a mistake, and that's what happens. So here I land the intercept, and yeah, it was looking really good. At this point, you're thinking, what is going to happen? Why is he going to screw this one up? And that's what I was feeling when it happened here. There, I dash back. He catches me with the dash back. My invul boost disappears. I can't counter that heavy attack, and I tried to move out of the way of that special 1. Just bait the special 1, throw my special 2, the fight is over. Instead, I just get stuck. It looks like I just blocked, but I was trying to, I probably pressed my finger too fast or too hard, and it registered block, not the swipe. And that is all she wrote on that one. So I have to heal up, go back in, finish the fight. But overall, very happy with the war. We've been having a little bit of a rough go. We had a hot start. Had a little bit of a drop-off the last few wars, and hopefully these last 3 we can make a big push so that we can finish in Masters. That would be really fun, and that would be the first time that I would finish up here. So hopefully that happens. We're going to try extremely hard to see if we can pull that off, but you know, I think we can. It's going to be fun. But it's a tough last 3 wars of the season ahead of us, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. We've got new content tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get some stuff out for that as well. And yeah, looking forward to seeing the next month's worth of side quests, activities. I know Ascension is coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun stuff, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.